You know, one of the reasons I'm very excited to be here, because it's the only thing that we can do. We have no other option. The employers are eating our lunch and have been eating our lunch for decades. And they're going to continue to do it until workers organize into a real militant union run by the rank and file, believing in aggressive struggle, that we're going to fight that. And we're not going to take any prisoners doing it. We're going to do everything within the bounds of the law and within the work rules, but we're going to exploit every avenue we can to improve the members' wages, benefits, and working conditions. And you're doing what we do it all the time. You know, UE does it all the time. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to workplace, organizing new workplaces, and the leaders would say, we called 15 different unions and nobody would answer our call. And you're the only one that did. And these other unions, it's too much work for them. But for us, it's what we believe in. We have to organize workers in the thousands and the tens of thousands and the hundreds of thousands. You know, if you want to make America great again, organize a union and organize thousands and tens of thousands of workers in your area. We will take this country back, because it's the one thing we all have in common. If we understand that we are all in the working class, no matter where you work at, you're a worker. 98% of the people are workers. We will not be divided on race, creed, political affiliation, religious issues, sexual orientation, whatever else have you. But that's what the powers that be want us to do. They want us to fight between the black workers and the white workers, and the young workers against the old workers. I see it all the time on Facebook. These old folks, they're like, these young people today, oh, come on, give me a break. You were a young person one day. You know, the old timers back then said the same thing about us. We cannot allow ourselves to be divided on these things. That's what the powers that be want to divide us on, because if they can divide us, they can, we will never win. So we need to organize a union that's going to bring everybody together, give everybody a voice, and focus on what's right for our members. We want better wages, we want better working conditions, we want better benefits, we want clean air, we want clean water, we want a pension, we want, what else? Safe working environment, you know, and the list goes on and on. But, you know, a lot of the unions today, they're not going to push that hard, you know, because they're too much in bed with the Democratic Party. And we are not. We are not part of the AFL-CIO. We are an independent union. We do not give money to the Democrats. We do not give money to the Republicans. We might like the Democrats a little more because they generally side with what we really believe in, but they rarely deliver. And that's the frustrating part. But if we can organize thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of workers, we can make that Democratic Party come begging to us, because we will pick who we want in these positions all across the city, the county, the state, and across the federal level. But we have to organize. It's the only way out. There's no other option, right? You can't, if you can show me a better way or a better mechanism to change the way things are, I'm all ears to hear it. So, you know, I just really want to tell you that, you know, what you're doing is very important, because if we can organize the workers here in Virginia Beach, in Norfolk, in Chesapeake, in Portsmouth, that's like 10,000 workers right here in this little region. You can have a significant political impact, and you can start to pick who you want. And the politicians have to listen to us, and that's what they need to do. They don't need to listen to their corporate people who are giving them, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars. They need to listen to the voters, and we can make that happen if we can organize. So I encourage you strongly to keep doing what you're doing. It's frustrating. You're fighting the boss, you're fighting your coworkers, you got to deal with family issues, and it's a lot on top of a life that's already stressful, you know, from day to day. But it's the only way for us to make this world a better place for ourselves, for our kids, for our families, for our community, and for the world as a whole. So keep doing what you're doing, you know, don't give up, and we shall overcome. We will get to where we want to be. And